Hello, my friends, it's Lisa, and welcome to my bullet journal setup for the month of February. So, this month I went with kind of a Valentine's Eve theme. I came across a picture on Pinterest that I will put on the screen. I don't know who to credit for it, it was just on Pinterest, unfortunately, but I really liked that they had the little hearts in the tea bag. I thought it was very cute, so I decided to kind of base my February theme off of that. I feel like because Valentine's Day does happen in February, I always want to do some sort of theme kind of related to that. Not because I particularly love Valentine's Day, I just like the color pink. So I like being able to use all of my pink markers and all of my pink stationery. It's just an excuse to do a very pink theme. But yeah, I do think that this is a relatively simple theme, especially compared to some of the other ones I've done in the past. So for this main title page, I'm just drawing the tea bag with the little hearts inside of it, and then for the actual tag on the tea bag, I make it in the shape of a heart as well. And then I'm just writing February and all of the headers kind of for all of the spreads this month in this very simple font, and I add some kind of hearts and some dots and stuff surrounding the doodle and the February title, and then that is it for the title page. Very simple. And now moving on to the next page, this is going to be my calendar spread. So last month I did the calendar spread a little bit different. It was very small. I've gone back this month to what I normally do, which is a quite big calendar, just so I have plenty of space to write down any events or appointments or anything like that throughout the month. I also put any YouTube videos I'm posting on the calendar page as well. So I like to have a bigger calendar spread just so I can write down everything I need. But a lot of the kind of drawings and lines and everything I'm using a gray marker instead of a black fine liner. I think it just makes it a little bit softer. It's not as harsh. So for the actual calendar, I used a gray marker to make all of the boxes for the month. I just really like the way it looks. It looks, like I said, a little bit softer. It's not so intense, and I feel like this theme just being very pink and light and softer just makes a bit of sense. So I do the headers at the top of the calendar for the days of the week, and obviously go in and number all the days of the month as well. And then I'm writing February up at the top in the same kind of font. And then I kind of wanted to do some different drawings for the calendar spread to kind of take up some of this white space. So I do draw another tea bag on this page. That's kind of the main drawing that I do throughout all of the pages in this month. But I did draw a little teapot on the top right just to make it a little bit more different. And I kind of wanted it to be another heart-shaped kind of vibe, so I made the handle in the shape of a heart, and I also added a heart on the front of the teapot as well. So yeah, I thought that the teapot would kind of be a little bit of a different drawing than what I'm typically drawing with the tea bag throughout all of the spreads this month, but it would still be fitting for the theme. And I also liked the idea of having a heart-shaped handle, because there are actually teapots you can buy that have that. And let me tell you, if I was a tea drinker, I would have to have a teapot that was heart-shaped, or have that heart-shaped handle. It's just so cute. It's kind of ironic that I'm doing a whole theme about tea and I don't like tea, but it's fine. It's just a cute theme. I'm still happy with how it turned out, even though I don't drink tea. But yeah, once again, just adding in those little gray hearts and dots to kind of add to the spread. I also do add some washi tape to the bottom of this spread just because I have so much washi tape, and I'm making it a goal this year to use more of the stationery that I own because I have so much washi tape, so many stickers, and then I never use them because I have the commitment issue. But this year, I'm hoping that in my bullet journal videos throughout the year, I will use more stationery. You will see me using more of my stationery. But now that the calendar spread is done, we're moving on to my habit tracker spread. So I'm once again tracking the same 6 habits that I tracked last month. So it was easy to kind of figure out the spacing of them because I just basically copied it from last month. I don't know why, but for some reason, figuring out the spacing for my different habits on my habit tracker is one of my least favorite things to figure out before setting up my bullet journal for the month. I don't know why. I don't know why I don't like doing it, because it's really not that big of a deal, but sometimes I track different amounts of habits in a month, so then I have to figure out the spacing again, and it's just, I don't know why I don't like it. But anyway, back to the actual habit tracker. I used most of the shades of the markers that I was using throughout this whole theme, but I didn't use the dark pinky red color, so I think that's what I'm going to use to color in the actual habit tracker, just to kind of make all of the colors show up in this spread. And I think what I might do is when I complete a habit on that day, I'm going to do the little dot in the shape of a heart. I don't know, just a cute little detail detail to kind of add to the Valentine's type of theme. But yeah, again, adding some washi tape and some of those little gray stars and dots to the habit tracker spread just to fill up some empty space. And moving on to the next spread, this is going to be my playlist spread. So I just wrote playlist up at the top, drawing another tea bag, and I think my plan is to kind of write out each song that I add to my playlist throughout the month of February when I put it onto this spread. I'm gonna write it as if it was like playing on your phone, kind of have the like play button and the rewind and fast forward button, and maybe make the play button a heart. I'm just gonna try and incorporate hearts in any way possible in this theme this month. And I think I talked a little bit about this in my 2023 bullet journal setup where I showed my January spreads as well, that this year I'm going to have just like a playlist spread instead of a monthly favorite spread, which I've done like pretty much every month in my bullet journal for the past couple of years, because I keep track of all of those other things in spreads at the beginning of the year. The books that I read, the shows and movies I watch, and all of the memories from the month are at the beginning of the year. So in my monthly spreads, I'm now just going to be able to have a playlist spread, and I'm really excited to kind of change it up and see what I can do with a playlist spread. I feel like that's different from what I've been doing, so I'm excited to experiment and try some things with that. And now we're already on to the final spread for the February bullet journal setup, which is going to be my first weekly spread. So what I decided to do was split the page up into 6 different boxes, 5 for Monday through Friday, and then the other one for the weekend. So for the weekly spreads for this month, I decided to do this kind of horizontal layout. I definitely need to experiment with some new layouts and stuff this year for weekly spreads. I feel like I always do the same kinds of things, but I have 6 horizontal boxes, 5 for Monday through Friday, and then the 6th one is for the weekend. And I did it this way so that I could draw the tea bags and the hearts for where I can put like the numbers of the days of the week. So inside the tea bag or inside the heart is where I write the number for the day of the week. Once again, adding some gray hearts and dots to kind of add to the spread a little bit, but those are the final spreads in my bullet journal for this month. But those are all of the spreads for my bullet journal for the month of February. So here is a flip through of how all of the spreads turned out. Definitely let me know if you do any sort of journaling, if you have a certain theme for this month, or if you have any exciting Valentine's Day plans. I personally am going to the dentist on Valentine's Day, so definitely not the most exciting day for me, but that's fine. It's important to go to the dentist. But anyway, that's going to be it for my bullet journal setup for the month of February. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.